Welcome back guys, Harry here, known as Trade Sharp, and in today's video it's going to be a great one because there are some really great questions sent by you guys and I'm going to be answering them. Now these videos are very useful because we end up getting into questions that most traders don't talk about and are pretty much really valuable and will help you guys a lot in your journey. And it's different from just looking at the charts. It can get quite boring, so these kind of allow you guys to answer questions and see what's my opinion and give you a response, not by text but by verbal communication, which I always believe is better because you can explain things more in depth. So definitely going to be a good video. You should definitely stick around, and it's going to be a good one because I've seen the questions that come in and there's a lot of things, some things that you might not expect and some things that not many traders share. So it will be really great. I'm looking forward to it, and let's get straight into the video. So if you're not new to the channel, welcome back. If you're new, welcome to the channel. This channel is full of value. It's basically a free course, so please have a look if you're new. If you're coming back, definitely sit back, enjoy this video, and yeah, leave a like, a comment. It always helps get this video out, and I really do appreciate it. Anything, if we can get this video past 100 likes, I always do appreciate it, and it shows me you enjoy it. So let me know what you think about this video. Also, people are wondering, okay, how did the people send me these questions? These questions were done in the free groups down below. We do this stuff. I answer questions anyways, but this, I'll answer by text, and this allows me to answer questions by verbal communication. So those groups are down below. I send my daily analysis there, and definitely join so you guys can ask questions yourself there. And yeah, it's free to join, and there's a lot of helpful information in there, and I'm sure it can help. So with that being said, let's get on to question number one. So question number one is saying, imagine if you had to start over. What would be your way to learn the market? Who would you follow, and what's your biggest takeaway during your trading career and your biggest mistake? So pretty packed question here, but we'll answer this bit by bit, but it's a very interesting question. So if I had to start over, I made a video called the 6-step trading method, and I'll pop these questions up here. So the 6-step trading method is exactly what I would have done if I started fresh and I didn't know anything. I wish I started like that, but the biggest takeaway is that you have to backtest. You have to backtest, gather data, and only with that data can you succeed in this market, because that's your only edge. That's the edge. You have to find an edge in the markets. That's the only thing we can do as retail traders, is find our edge. And once we have an edge, that's how we develop profitability, and that's how we end up making profits in the markets, right? So my biggest mistake was keep switching strategy. I would try this strategy. If it didn't work, I would try something else. Now, it did give me experience to be able to know, okay, this works, this doesn't work, but it's painful and it's a waste of time. And it took a long time. And yeah, I just, I didn't understand that you have to have probabilities and statistics. And once I learned that, and once I learned, okay, everything is based on data, that is when I honed in on a strategy or a style of trading that I saw was consistent, easy, simple, and also I could gather data very easily. That's very important. How easy can you gather data on that strategy? So that's question number one. So question number two is a question directed at me. It's, have I specialized on GJ early on, or have I tried a lot of currency pairs before you found your preferred one? So this is a very interesting question, and believe it or not, when I started trading, I used to analyze every single pair one by one. I used to analyze the 21 major pairs and look for a setup. Every day in the morning, I used to go one by one through every single pair. So then I realized, okay, this is not really working, but we all have been there. And then I said, I need to do something about this. So then I started to say, okay, what pairs do I like? So initially I liked GU. So I said, oh, GU is a good pair because that's the pair that I used to sometimes make profit on. So I used to follow GU. And then naturally from GU, as I started to develop and form into price action, right? So I started trading. The first concepts I ever learned was smart money concepts, but I couldn't gather enough data and it didn't make sense. So as I started looking into profitable traders, looking into what are people around me doing, and I saw price action, and from the very beginning, when I started learning to trade, price action was right in front of me, but I ignored it. So I came back to the roots of price action, and naturally I found GJ because it was a popular pair, and on top of being a popular pair, it's a pair that fit my session and was very, very volatile. So let's go on to question number 3. Question number 3 is, how do you manage a shakeout during a trade? So for those who don't know, and for me, a definition of a shakeout is when suddenly a random move happens to try scare you out of your trade, and then it ends up continuing in your normal direction or not, right? So when a shakeout happens, I'm not worried. It doesn't bother me. Why does it not bother me? Because this is normal market movements. It just happened faster. If, let's say, we entered a buy, let's take a very basic beginner's trade, a close above the range. If I've entered a close above the range, price started to push up, I'm starting to go in profits, and suddenly a huge 5-minute candle, 20 pip, put me 10 pip drawdown now. So obviously the trade we took was a break outside of the range. And if I'm taking a break outside of the range, that means that I need price to respect that range. So the only thing that would scare me in the trade is if we had a 15-minute candle, if let's say I took it on the 15, closing back in the range. Because if the candles are closing back in the range, that will be something is not right here, and I can look to manage my trade. But if I see quick movements or a quick shakeout in the charts, that's not going to worry me. That's not going to do anything. If anything, it's going to give me more confidence to see a quick move down and then a quick rejection, because all that's telling me is, oh, looks like we're trying to grab more liquidity to continue the original move I'm in. The main thing is if you're trying to run too tight stops, this is going to probably stop you out, and this is where you're going to be scared in these moves and probably mess up. So let's go to the next question here, and this is a funny question here. And this person here is asking, what color is my Bugatti? Personally, I do not have a Bugatti, nor do I want a Bugatti, as I think they're highly impractical. They only go fast in a straight line. They don't justify what motorsports is. Yes, it's a very, very nice car, and it's well engineered in terms of speed. All it is it's fast and it's expensive. With that money, I could probably build a lot of property development, a huge property development, make dividends from that property development in terms of renting, and use that rent to buy myself something I rather have, like a full, bled race car or something. So I'd rather have that than a Bugatti. I'd rather use that money to build a property development or to invest in a property development that would pay me rent that I could make much more of. So no, I don't have a Bugatti. So here's a good question, and this is a shout out to all my crypto traders out there. Here's a question from you guys, and that is, when we are trading crypto, the major pairs, is there certain adjustments we have to do? I've been hearing experienced traders to be very cautious when scalping of crypto because of its nature and nasty wicks, and you're very right. Crypto is different. Every single pair in the Forex market will move slightly different, and every single pair or every single asset will move slightly different than the other, right? So at the end of the day, price action is price action, and candles will form, structure, trend will all remain the same. But the minute changes will always be there. So for crypto, something that I've noticed myself is you can't be running very, very tight stops unless you've seen a huge liquidity grab, because that's when you can, because crypto is a very illiquid market and needs to constantly find liquidity to keep the market moving. So scalping, you need to wait for a move to happen in your desired zone, then you can run tight stops. If not, trading higher time frames on crypto and using those stops but entering on lower time frames can be very beneficial. And also in crypto, what you notice is that candle bodies are not respected as much as wicks are more respected. So in Forex markets, you'll see candle bodies are mostly respected, but in the crypto markets, wicks play a very important role, because you could have a wick that's probably maybe $500 big on Bitcoin, and the body is, $500 higher, but the whole price rejects just from the wick, not from the body, where in Forex you'd probably tap the body first. Next question here is, what's the best trade I've ever done, and what is the riskiest trading decision you've ever made, and what happened? So I've never made a risky trading decision because I always follow my plan. For the first question, what's the best trade I've ever... So this is a tough question, because there's been a lot of good trades, but I haven't had one trade that has been a huge standout, like, oh my god, this is absolutely crazy. Because my trading style involves me closing the majority, if not most of the time, all of my position at a target that's maybe on average between 20 to 50 pips. The riskiest trading decision I've made, as I said, I touched lightly on that. I haven't made many risky trading decisions. Yeah, I followed my plan. All right, so this is from Alex. Alex, shout out. You wanted a shout out. Here's your shout out. Shout out Alex from the community. You know who you are. All right, so what do you think is the next question here? And we'll do some rapid fire questions now. What do you think are the qualities that make a good trader? Having no emotion in the market or limited emotion. You'll always have emotion, but limited emotion in the market. Following your plan and having a good plan. Having good data based on your plan. Taking risks. Because as a trader, you have to take risks. That is your job, right? So you have to not be scared to enter a position. You have to take those positions. And understanding the long-term implications of certain things and your strategy. So if you take, market dynamics and constantly being able to adjust but not change. That's a big difference. Listen to what I said there. Being able to adjust but not change, right? So what I mean by that is you have to adjust some things because market dynamics might change, but you can't change your strategy. Next thing, why did I decide to become a trader? Well, it was simply because the funny story is I was in crypto. I invested in crypto pretty early on, and as price was going up and these pullbacks would happen, I said the major problem here is I'm making money when price goes up, but what happens if price goes down? You don't make any money investing when price goes down. So how can I solve that? And there, lo and behold, trading was born, and that's what trading is. You can make money in both directions. So that's how I became a trader. What to do to avoid missing a trade? If you never plan for the trade, you never missed it. So always plan your trades. Have a plan in the morning. You see how I send my analysis. I have a plan every single morning. And if you don't trade your plan, then you did miss your trade. You have to say, okay, was you hesitated? Were you nervous? Whatever it was, right? Or did you not trust your plan? And you won't avoid a trade, right? And the second thing is concentrate on 1 to 2 pairs, because if you concentrate, you won't miss a trade looking at 100 pairs. And yeah, I think I'm going to wrap that up. I don't want to make this video too long. And I appreciate all your questions. Hope you guys enjoyed and got some value from this video. And yeah, let me know if you like these type of videos. I want to try and make videos that are more away from the charts. It's very heavy to keep looking at chart videos, and sometimes it gets boring. So trying to mix it up. Tell me if you like it. That being said, take care, trade sharp, and until next time.